College coaches, good evening. This is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a startup company based in Austin, Texas, focused on using our technology platform to help student athletes successfully transition from high school to college and then either into a career based on their sport or into their a career in employment based on their major. Before we get into introducing tonight's guest, I want to thank our sponsors. Go Edit Graphics, new exciting graphics company based up in Nebraska. They do a lot of great outbound communication and graphics for high school and athletic programs who want to do graphics based outbound information on player spotlights, game schedules, or any outbound information to their fan base. So shout out to Go Edit Graphics. Also want to thank Buffalo Wild Wings. We all love wings, and a friend of mine who's like a brother to me, Brian Soltis, regional VP, wants to activate Buffalo Wild Wings to help student athletes across the country. So they have become a partner to help student athletes get their story and their journey out there. So thank you to them. And then lastly, Epic. Epic stands for Every Play I Compete. It's a new sports apparel company based in Houston, Texas. Good friend of mine, Stefan Johnson, is the CEO. They make game uniforms. They do 7-on-7 jerseys, basketball, soccer, gloves, hats, COVID masks, anything you want. Go check out their Twitter page at I am Epic 24/7. And in case you're wondering, Epic stands for Every Play I Compete. So thanks to our sponsors. But more importantly, let's talk about the prospect that we have on the podcast tonight that Laron's going to interview. Ricky Gonzalez, class of 23 receiver from Antonio Prep High School here in Central Texas. He's got great size. He's already 6', 180, great GPA of 3.4. And coaches, you can see his Twitter name there. Let me turn over to LaRon. LaRon, why don't you go ahead and introduce our prospect tonight, Ricky Gonzalez.
I got it. Ricky, man. So we already kind of started talking. So if I ask you a couple questions that you already answered, you can just kind of shorten them up. You don't have to make them extremely long because some of the stuff that you talked about, I felt was extremely important. So that goes from us talking about the camps that you've been invited to. So I don't remember everyone you listed, but we talked about how I did see that you have been invited to a lot. And then, so tell me, you did tell me which one you liked the most. Which one was that you enjoyed the most?
It was the camp at Sacramento, hosted by Lem Adams at Game for Sacramento. And it was an invite-only camp. He got a bunch of D1 coaches to come and review the film of of us and stuff. And it was an invite-only top prospects in my class. I was really blessed to be invited.
Perfect. And then you said we talked about that you're already ranked top in your class, and you said that you're ranked the number 11 wide receiver.
Yes,
I got that right?
Yes, sir.
So I mean, those are big deals. And then I asked you a question about being a dual, both side of the ball athlete, and you said you've been focused on your offense, but did you say you're going to try to dabble into defense a little bit this year?
Yes,
and then,
sir.
I'm assuming DB, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm with safety or corner. Which one?
Safety.
Okay, I feel it, man. I mean, you know how to read. Safety is important. You got to be able to read the whole game. So I like that. So perfect. I mean, I just feel like those are three important things that coaches should hear: is the fact that you've been invited to some elite camps. You are ranked, basically top 10 at your position, and then you do know how to play on the other side of the ball, because we go to college wanting to play one position, but we might get recruited as another position that they need. And we got to always be willing to do both. So that's huge. So academic wise, I'll kind of get through what we're talking about. So we talked about your favorite, that GPA 3.4. That's amazing, dude. And you said your favorite subject was finance.
Yes,
and
sir.
your reasoning behind that again was what?
It was because the way I look at it is any career path that I choose, whether I go down like an English route or a science route or a math route, I'll still have to use personal finance at some point in my life because it teaches you how to take care of your money.
I feel that. And then you said that if you didn't make it to the league, which is what we of course were shooting for, that you see yourself majoring in finances because you want to get in sports marketing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right? Okay, perfect. I mean, that's huge. So I feel that being involved in sports, if you don't get the chance to play at the next level as far as the league, still want to, have your foot in the door, be able to help other athletes, be involved in sports in some sense. So that's amazing. So besides finance, what is maybe another favorite class you have at school?
I would say probably chemistry. I like
Okay.
chemistry. I like all the sciences, because you get to learn about, the world, how certain stuff react with stuff. Biology too. I like biology a lot. So
I feel that. And then, so I mean, 3.4, that's a dang good GPA. So I'm gonna assume, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna assume that you are a front row kind of student athlete.
yes, sir.
I like it. So if I walk by your class right now and I just peek through your window, what am I seeing body language wise? What am I gonna see if I look at the front row and I see all these kids and I see Ricky right there? What is the body language I'm gonna be looking at?
You're gonna be looking at me front row, chest up, hands on my table, getting ready to write some notes.
I like it. Hey, and that's perfect. So I would assume that same body language transfers over to the film room when y'all are getting ready to prep for the next opponent, right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. That's all we want to hear as coaches. Film is the same thing as a classroom. You're studying for the next opponent. In the classroom, your next opponent might be that test you got to take. But in the field, of course, you're getting ready for that. In your case, you're looking for that DV you're about to go against. So I understand that 100%. If I asked you, I clearly have plenty of pros when it comes to what you do good in class. But if I asked you what a con might be, what is a weakness that you have in the education side of things that you wish you could get better at or you're working on to develop to be stronger at?
I would say when it comes to like football season, sometimes, and I've been working on this since I got to high school because I know high school grades matter a lot. So when it comes to football season, I tend to get a little too focused on watching film and studying and, doing then keep making sure my grades are, not like just C's, but like A's or high B's.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think I did a pretty good job of that this season, just making sure I managed it, so I could still get the most I could out of this season I played, and then get the most out of my grades.
I feel that. I like it. You do 7-on-7 as well?
Yes, sir.
What group? What team are you on?
I play for Full Quarter Pressure. We're a new team. Head coach is Darrell Miller. So yeah,
You said y'all a new team, so I mean, this is the first year. You got a couple years on your belt.
No, this is the first year.
Now, was that a invite thing as well, or was it you heard about it and you had to go try out?
Well, I've known Coach Miller for almost a year and a half now. So he decided he wanted to make a 7-on-7 team. He called me up, asked me to come to tryouts and try it out.
And was what it was after that. Did y'all have y'all competed already?
No, so we're gonna compete. Our first tournament is March 6th in Dallas.
In Dallas? I like it, man. I'm all about 7-on-7s. I still think it's very, very important. Like I said, you don't get your scholarship based off of 7-on-7, but 7-on-7 does teach a lot of good fundamentals. I mean, especially as a wide receiver, truly working to get off a ball, and then as a DB, truly working to cover without being able to use much, hands and apply to different type of pressure. So I feel that. So tell me, personal wise, man. So tell me a little bit about your family. Mom, dad, siblings, anything like that.
Well, my mom, she works with Anytime Fitness. She
Okay.
owns a gym down in Floresville. My dad is retired, but he's looking to get back into work. And then I got three siblings. One is my half sister on my dad's side.
Mhm.
She just turned like 29.
Okay.
And then I have two little siblings, Lucian and Tina. They're both 10, but the boy, he's 2 minutes older.
I feel it. Yeah, don't forget that part either. That's very, very important. And do the younger ones do sports?
Yeah, my little brother, he plays like he just does YMCA, so he plays whatever sport his coach is telling him.
Got you. And then your sister, she don't do anything?
Nah, she more book smart.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And then besides, football, what are some of your hobbies outside of that?
Well, going back to my brother, um, like I just like, athletics in general. So if I'm not working out or I'm not doing anything football related, I'll usually be training him. Because me and him like to get it in, make sure he stays in shape, staying on top of it.
And your mom, is that Anytime Fitness now? Is she a personal trainer or she's like a manager?
She owns the gym in Floresville at Anytime Fitness.
I feel it. So now y'all, you have no excuse to to not work out. Exactly. No, I like that. Did your mom or dad play sports in college?
No, sir.
No. Okay, I feel that. So if I were to ask you outside, so you hang out with your brother a lot, you go to school, you got football. What are some places that if I were to follow you around with the camera and I would see some of the places that you are outside of school, what are some places that I would catch you at? Where would you show me, like, man, I go here. You always gonna catch me here. What are some spots that you are known that you got to tell people that represent Ricky the best?
I would say a couple spots. Definitely like high school field. So I'm either at Antonian or Clemens High School or Clark or
Mhm.
wherever I can get some work in.
Always putting some work in. Okay.
Always catch me there. You'll catch me in my mom's gym, decent amount of time out of the week,
Mhm.
helping out, trying to get a little pump in. And then yeah, you catch me in my mom's gym, and then catch me probably at Chick-fil-A.
I feel it. You gotta get that chicken sandwich. I understand that.
Yes, sir.
Uh, anyways, are there any things that you do for your community? What are some ways that you are known that you don't just as high school kids, we focus on what we can take and how it can make us better. And I mean, it's okay. We're young kids. It's what we do. And as we mature, we learn about more, not necessarily what we can take, but what we can give. What do you now, at the age that you are, what is it that you can say, man, this is how I give back? What is something that you do that gives back to, the 210?
Yes, sir. So, like I said, I'm at my mom's gym a decent amount of time, helping out people, giving people tips on, spotting people, giving people tips, working people out. And then also my old club coach, Ernest Cutler, he
Mhm.
runs a youth football team. So anytime he takes me to come out during the weekend and I'm free, I'm out there coaching up some kids, you
I
know,
like that. What age
yeah,
group is it?
it's from like 8 to 12.
I like
So
that, man. That's big. I mean, you are literally their inspiration. To them, you are the best thing since sliced bread. So that's a big deal, man. Seriously. So I'm glad to hear that. Ask you a question. So you coach. So it's something that you always got to have pretty much in your arsenal. You got to always have it in your holster. What would be the quote that pushes you the most that you would tell to one of them 8 to 12-year-olds that would help push them the most?
quote that probably pushed me the most is um it's a short quote. It's just work in silence. Like, obviously you want coaches to see, what you're doing, but uh, you just got to put your head down and work, and you'll eventually, get where you want to be.
I feel that. I respect that. All right. Dual sport athlete,
Yes, sir. I do track.
track, what you run, or what do you jump if not running?
No, I do the 100 and 200.
120? What's your time looking like?
I haven't gotten times because I started last year, but um, obviously we know what happened with COVID and all
Oh
that. So
yeah, that's right. Yes, sir.
yeah,
That's right. Okay. No field events.
no, sir. But I do got a track meet tomorrow. So
Where y'all running?
I've been there.
Okay, I like it, man. Well, and you got the 100, you got the 200, and no relays. Those just your two events right there, man.
Yeah, this week we're not doing relays, but next week I'm gonna be in the 4x1,
Okay, hey, and what leg are you?
the anchor.
Okay, That's something of importance, man. I like it. I mean, that's good. I think I don't know, man. Many people will say it different than I might, but I think the most important legs. See, it's all different because some people say, "Well, it's how you get out." But man, I think the two legs that are most important are the second leg and the anchor, and because I feel like that backside, that's that. That's when somebody gonna get cleaned up real quick. That's when you hear the most oohs and ahs because somebody got ate. And then the anchor is when you hear the next oohs and ahs because somebody finished the right way. So no, I feel like 100%. So tell me, what is your type of learning? So there's multiple types. You got visual, you can see it, and then you got auditory. All I gotta do is hear it, and then you got kinesthetic, and that means I gotta actually do it. And people are different ways. Some people can just watch it and get it. They gotta do it, or they can hear it. What is your strength? How do you learn the best?
I would say I could do all three, but the one I could do the best would definitely be visual because I have to see, what I'm doing before I do it. So
Okay, I feel that. And then if your coaches had to describe you on one word, how do you think they would describe you?
they would, well, like a phrase would be hardworking.
Okay, that works. And so, does that mean you are a hard? Now, I'm pretty sure you're overall hard worker, but is that they're gonna say, man, on the field he's this, in the classroom he's this, in the weight room is this. What is their thing? Where is the most important spot that they would say he works hard everywhere, but if you catch him right here, because that's what coaches do. They come and watch y'all. So, uh, if they had say, man, come see him in the weight room or come see him on the field, or where would they need to come see you to see that hardworking statement truly exemplified?
They would need to see me on the field, especially with my teammates, because when we're working out, I'm making sure I'm bringing that energy and making sure I'm holding everybody accountable and making sure I'm real competitive. So if we're doing sprints or we're doing competitive drills, I'm make sure I'm the first one.
So do
So
you see yourself as would you see yourself as a leader of your team, or do you not see yourself there just yet?
I just transferred to Antonian, but I mean, I would say I'm a leader because in the weight room, in the field, I make sure the guys know like I'm holding them accountable. We got a goal this season, so there's no slipping. You gotta do everything so we can put ourselves in the best opportunity.
I feel that. I always ask every time I do these interviews, I ask this question. Leadership is 100%. Your team is 100% jar, and you got the bottom 10% of that jar, then you got the 80% of that jar, and then you got the upper 10% of that jar. And the goal is that the 80 brings the bottom 10 up, and then the top 10 brings some of the 80 up. So if you have to honestly place yourself, especially being a new person in Antonian, and be honest, where would you place yourself? Are you top 10, middle 80, bottom 10? And I don't see you being bottom 10 at all. So really the question is, are you middle 80 or are you already top 10?
Nah, I'm definitely already top 10. I know. I made it clear when I first got there. Like y'all can come to me with anything. Y'all can come work out with me. But because we have like I said, we have a goal this season is compete for state. So I'm making sure I'm holding everybody accountable, make sure they got to do what they got to do, so we can put ourselves in a position to do that.
I feel it. And so if I had to ask you, I'm gonna ask you this question, then I'm gonna ask you a little fun question at the end, and then I'm gonna get to your elevator speech. But if you could tell me what's the most important thing that you can get out of being a football player, what is it?
I would say it's a mix of two things. I would say hard work and perseverance
Okay,
because, and
and
I would say
describe that.
hard work because obviously if you want to get anywhere towards the top in football, you have to have an insane work ethic.
Mhm.
But I would say perseverance because football brings a lot of. I love football, but it brings a lot of losing sucks, and it just brings a lot of stuff like trauma. So for instance, like if you get hurt or something like that, you have to persevere. Or if you're down in the game, you have to persevere and try to pull yourself out. I feel like that's a really important life skill that I'll have to learn, because there'll definitely be times in my life when I'm down, but I got to bring myself back up.
Yes, sir. All right. Hey, hold on 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second. Gotta let my family in the house. I locked them out. Hold on. My bad. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. All right. Sorry about that. I forgot I locked them out the house. I'm the most important person when they locked out. So, okay. So, I mean, those are pretty much, I'm going to ask you one last question to kind of wrap things up. But I always ask, the young student athletes, just like a quick like trivia round, just kind of so they can relax a little bit. I asked them like 5 or 6 quick like this or that questions. So basically, like if I was to say like Chick-fil-A or Popeyes chicken sandwich, and you would probably say Chick-fil-A because clearly that's the spot that y'all is going to be at. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of those real quick, and then I'm gonna ask you your elevator question, and that's how you're gonna end this interview. Pretty much presenting yourself to every college coach out there so they can know who to be on the lookout for and who they're going to get. So quick speed round, probably about 7 of them. Just this or that. Don't think about it. Okay. Got me? All right. Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
LeBron James.
Peyton Manning or Tom Brady?
Tom Brady.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. I'm not going to lie to you. Cowboys or the Texans?
Texans.
Okay. Lakers or the Spurs?
Lakers.
Okay. Basketball or football? And when I say that, I mean NBA Finals or Super Bowl?
Oh, Super Bowl, no question.
Okay, let's get it. I like that. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
J. Cole or Kendrick?
Kendrick.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a J. Cole man, but Kendrick is nice. All right, yeah, it's just a quick little speed round, kind of see where your head is at, see what kind of guy you are, what you got going. So that's totally fine. So look, man, first off, great job. Seriously, man, very, very well spoken. Every coach that's watching this, man, he's going to be a great athlete. He is a great athlete. He's somebody to be on the lookout for. I guarantee you that. So, Ricky, you're going to close this thing up and you're going to give your elevator speech. And that basically means you're in an elevator with somebody for maybe 20 seconds. And you have 20 seconds to literally present yourself to this guy. And you don't know who this person is, but this one person could determine your future. All right. So I want you to, sit up tall, eyes straight to the camera, and I want you to present yourself to every single coach out there. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Well, I would say that, you bring me into your program, I'll be the first one in and the last one out. I'm gonna be a hard worker. I'm gonna hold all the athletes accountable, and I'm gonna make sure that whatever our goal is, I'm gonna push every single person on the team to make sure that we can get there, and just work hard and be coachable.
I like it. Well, coaches, man, y'all heard it here first. Keep your eye out for this man. I told you once, I'll tell you again. He's definitely going to be something to watch for the near future. I promise you that. Ricky, bro, we really, really appreciate you being here and able to talk to us for a little bit. Keep working hard. Continue to grind. And like I said, be the first one in and always be the first one out. Last one out. You got me?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All right. You have a good night.
You too.